Yes, welcome back ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz Universe to the channel. Today we'll be taking a look at two games in this tank, the Vickers Cruiser, Vickers CR, the Tier 9 British light tank that was recently introduced into the game. And is currently one of the best performing tanks in the game. And why is that? Well, it's got three choices of ammunition, as you can see: APCR, heat and a hash round, which deals 330 to 550 in terms of damage, and has 105 in terms of base penetration. And that makes that this tank is a really good damage dealer. So without any further ado, let's hop into two games. And the two games I'm going to show you are going to be from B Destroyer, which is going to be a ratings battle. And the next one we're going to show will be played by Lethal Bunny on, what is it again, on Yacht Harbor. This is a ratings battle, as you can see, which is on for Despair. Not the most brilliant map, to be honest, for a tier 9 or tier 10 match, because it's there from tier 1 already. But let's call it a good old, still going strong map, even though it has been changed a little bit. But yeah, you have to do you have to make do with the maps you do get. And being a bottom tier tank in a ratings battle is not bad at all. Let's have my coffee. Cheers. I'm gonna pre-make a few videos now. I'll start to use the PC a bit more, record them. I've changed the resolution from a 4K resolution to 1920 1080, which is a bit of a waste of the big monitor. But I had some people give me feedback on the new format and stating, Martin, I do like these videos, but it's just the details are so small. It might be my eyes, but could you please do something about it? And so let me know in the comments below if you think this is a good way to do the videos now. Because for me, it's really irrelevant how to do them. I like to make videos that entertain you, and I like to make videos that I like to watch myself as well, on tanks that have good games. And let's be fair, these two games, they will be quite good. B Destroyer is going to have a fair bit of luck as well, because he's going to shoot his WZ and in the process bounce the shot from the Jagdpanzer E100. These very skinny tracks on a Vickers Cruiser managed to bounce that really big motherfucking gun of a Jagdpanzer E100. You gotta feel sorry for that guy. F in chat, guys, for the Jagdpanzer E100. As said, the Vickers Cruiser has got APCR and heat shells for its rounds, and no need to use heat on the Jagdpanzer E100. The tank was angled anyway. I don't think he would have been able to put the shot in. But an APCR shell on the lower plate helps. And this is a bit annoying to get shots like that you track a Betcha 25T, but then you get a 467 roll on the back of the Betcha, so you really can't complain. If you've just bounced a Jagdpanzer E100 shot, then having shots like this, ka-ching, it bounced off. Yeah, you can't really complain about that. Next, Air Shoe Steam. This is a really shoe steam indeed, E75. But that's not the point. That's not the point. The point is the Vickers Cruiser. As said, is currently one of the best performing tanks in the game. In terms of relative win rate, the average of the player's win rate in that tank compared to the average win rate at the tier in all same tier tanks, except for this one. So if you would have the relative win rate of a Vickers Cruiser, that would be comparing the Cruiser to all the other win rate that people have in the tank, except the Vickers Cruiser. It's another tank that you would want to drive to get a lot more win rate. And to be honest, Tier 9 is quite balanced in that regard, because the top 20 by relative win rate, they don't have tanks that give you like 2-3% extra. However, this tank has the highest average win rate at the moment. Of course, there's a fair few people who are early adapters, and 9 out of 10 times the early adapters to tanks are the players that know what to do, that know the strengths of tanks. And strengths, this tank has it in abundance. It has a British gun, obviously, 350 alpha on your APCR, 300 on your heat. It has got good penetration, it has cheap hash, as said. And it has really strong tracks and a really strong gun. I think that IS-7 may have been auto-locking on B-Destroyer over here. But it has a really high average win rate. But the biggest problem, in my opinion at the moment, is the fact that this tank manages to put out just above 2k average damage. And let's be fair, if a tank can put out above 2k average damage, and it is a light tank, it sits above the Conway, it sits above the K91, above the Waffle Tractor, above the T30, above the Hurry. This is just kind of stupid in a way, because it is a light tank. And in the portal where they introduced the Vickers series, the British light tanks, Wargaming said, "I can you true light tank? This tank has no armor." Well, tell that to the Jagdpanzer you run it. Tell that to the Jagdpanzer you run it. 4,870 damage dealt, as you can see, top of the list. And in terms of XP, this gave him a first class. It's 1,313 base XP. So quite a good game. On the edge, bit lucky with the 2 bounces. But then again, to have good games, you have to have some form of luck from time to time. And this is a Lethal Bunny, who is using the, what is it? I think it's a carbon camouflage on the tank. He's going to have a Farm Fiesta like no tomorrow. He's going to go on the flank on Yamato Harbor, and I've seen the meta on Yamato Harbor change. It used to be that everybody went to this flank, but it could be that skirmish mode made people use the ship area a bit more. Sometimes they use the ship area a bit too much. That's not something to complain about if you are on the green team and Reds are using the ship area a bit too much. And that's exactly what is going to happen here with Lethal Bunny. This RU-251 when spotting. Mr. RU-251, this is not a good place for you to go spotting. Why is that? Once you're spotted, you have so much ground to cover to move away. This is just shooting fish in a barrel. It's wide open, tanks are getting shot, taking the time to sit and aim at another tank. If you get caught out over here, if you're getting shot, you have to try to do what this Tortoise is doing. You have to keep moving. You just take one shot and then start moving again. And then the Tortoise decides to stop again. Doesn't get punished for it, but oh well, it's not the best thing to do. But then again, if you're Lethal Bunny, you're not going to complain a lot. They are losing, however, and that's probably due to the fact that that team is kind of sitting there as well and just somewhat waiting for things to happen and hoping that the enemy will just keep pushing. And they somewhat do, switching to the hash rounds, I think. What's he gonna do? Yes, take a look. You can't penetrate the side of a E75 with hash. I think you can penetrate the side of a Tiger II with hash. But Lethal Bunny is trying to make as many tanks as you can see as possible into one shot. He has a one-shot E75 now, a one-shot FV301. Can't shoot the FV301. Low the heat shell, lower plate. Hello E75. Bye-bye E75. And that means that he's still sitting on this little ridge over here on the hill. The T49 made a stupid mistake. By going in over here, by getting isolated, and he is getting bum rushed, as you can see. He manages to blast an HE shell onto that IS-8. Here we go. Can he kill the IS-8? Yes, Lethal Bunny can kill the IS-8. And he's just firing on the reload. And there might be people starting to say, "Oh, Martin, look at this. He's not doing anything to help that poor T94." Well, guys, it's just not worth the risk. It really isn't. The T49 was going to die anyway. He was going to die. For a very brief moment, it was a 1 versus 4, as you can see. But the T49 was going to go down anyway. There was no way the Lethal Bunny would have been able to help that T49. You could go in there, farm a little bit more in terms of damage. But that would only mean that you would probably get shot, get cornered, have a Tortoise or on your back. There's the FV301 going to pop in. Thank you. Hello. Bye-bye. Gotcha. And this is good information. Or is it good information? You just got shot. Well, he got shot by the AMX 5120. And he got shot for 300 something in terms of damage. That means that AMX 5120 doesn't have the big gun. He turns a shot into the tracks, which is a bit unfortunate, but the Tortoise is now being turned into a one-shot. There we go. And now Lethal Bunny has to run away. Maybe you took a bit of unnecessary damage, but you're sitting at 6k already. And by any means, that is a good game. Yes, the Reds were Muppets. Yes, it was a farming fiesta. But sometimes you have to have that. Sometimes you have that type of luck. And he's going to make a good move now. Stop there. Do the dipsy doodle. Turn around. Through the side. There we go. He's getting chased by the AMX 5120. So he is down into a 2-shot kill now, as you can see. That AMX 5120 can do a 310 average roll per shot. And that means that he can't one-shot Lethal Bunny now. This is living on the edge, literally, and he bounces on his engine deck. Very unfortunate for the AMX 5120, but Lethal Bunny is not going to complain. In fact, he is going to turn around, run away. He's got the rammer fitted. You can see that 7.3 in terms of a reload. It would have been like 7.8 if he had been fitting calibrated shells. But that's good, because that means that if he can make that AMX 5120 shoot and then maybe miss or bounce one shot, he can finish him off. He nearly has his adrenaline back, just 5 seconds to go, and he has got the APCR rounds. And if he can go around the AMX 5120, which is going to be no problem at all with the mobility that the Vickers Cruiser has, then he can shoot those nice little hash shells into the back. It's a bit unfortunate here to get this bounce on the top of the turret. And 1450, he's going to need at least 3 shots, and they have to be high rolls with hash to kill that 5120. So let's turn around, live on the edge again, a bit risky here, but gets a great shot in, and the AMX 5120 misses, and that AMX 5120 is now down to down into the not one-shot area. But he has fired once. Yes, that is 2 shots. That means he has 1 shot left in the magazine. Shoot him. There we go. 335. He can roll in now. The AMX 5120 repairs the ammo rack. Hash through the side of the superstructure. Yeah, there we go. Thank you very much. He gets shot once. And the 5120 is on a full reload now. So this is all done bar the shouting. HE in the back for a really whopping 7,798 damage dealt. 7 kills, 1 versus 4 kilometers with a bit of luck and a little bit of sniping, schnitzeling from the hill. But he was firing on the reload, guys. If you have shots available on enemy tanks, why bother to move in? You can just do this. He was a very lethal bunny in this video, as you can see. 1928 base XP, 7 kills, and he made some credits as well, because he ran a premium account and a little bit of boosters. So there you have it. The Vickers Cruiser. I don't see this tank be or remain as it is now. I think it will receive a little bit of a gun slash firepower nerf, because it's just dishing out too much damage. But until then, a really good strong tank. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. I'll catch you all on the next video tomorrow. Cheers, happy tanking, and bye bye.